The Galactic Military Academy's combat simulation chamber hummed with anticipation as Commander Thexelar reviewed the day's roster. 50 cadets from 12 different species stood at attention, their scales, fur, and chitin gleaming under the sterile lights, all except one. Cadet Marcus Chen stood near the back, his plain human features drawing occasional glances and poorly suppressed snickers from his classmates. "Today," Thexelar announced, his 4 mandibles clicking with authority, "you will face the Crucible, a combat simulation designed to test your species' natural advantages." His compound eyes swept across the room. The Vraxian strength, the Quilathi speed, the Menthari telepathy. He paused at Chen. And whatever humans bring to the table. Laughter rippled through the ranks. The Cathari cadet beside Chen, a 7-foot reptilian named Scarth, leaned down with a predatory grin. "This should be entertaining. Humans have no claws, no venom, no psionic abilities. You're basically nothing." Chen said nothing, his dark eyes fixed forward. The first cadet entered the chamber, a Vraxian whose species could lift 3 times their body weight. The simulation threw hordes of drones at her. She crushed them methodically, her display reading threat level 847. Next came Scarth. His reflexes were supernatural, dodging plasma fire that would vaporize most beings. Threat level 1203. One by one, the cadets completed their runs. The Menthari cadet achieved threat level 1056 through pure tactical telepathy, coordinating phantom allies against the simulation's armies. Then came Chen's turn. He walked into the chamber, shoulders relaxed, breathing steady. The other cadets crowded the observation windows, eager to watch the human fail. The simulation loaded. Drones materialized. Chen moved, not with Quilathi speed or Vraxian strength, but with something else. Something efficient. He didn't waste a single motion. Each strike calculated, each step purposeful. He used the environment, turned the drones' weapons against each other, created choke points where numbers became disadvantages. But the readout confused everyone. "Threat level 00? Scarth barked with laughter. "The system can't even register him as a threat." The other cadets joined in, their various forms of laughter creating a cacophony of mockery. Commander Thexelar frowned at his console. "That's unusual, the system never—" The lights flickered. The laughter died. Every screen in the observation deck went black simultaneously. Then, red emergency lights bathed the room in crimson. The main display rebooted, but instead of the standard Academy interface, something else appeared. Anomaly. Detected species classification. Human accessing galactic threat. Database searching, access. Restricted override required entering administrator. Credentials access granted. Warning. Earth Protocol active classification. Black level, this is not a drill. The cadet stared in stunned silence. "What is black level?" whispered a Quilathi cadet. Thexelar's mandibles had frozen mid-click. His voice when it came was barely audible. It's a classification above extinction-level threats. I've never seen it used." More text scrolled across every screen to species. Human, Homo sapiens, origin Earth. Sol 3 biological threat. Level 0.4 technological threat. Level 6.2 psychological threat level. Error cannot compute. Special. Notation. Humans possess no significant biological advantages. Humans possess moderate technological advancement. Humans possess critical anomaly in behavioral matrix threat assessment. Species demonstrates pathological persistence. Species does not acknowledge defeat parameters. Embrace species has history of thriving in extinction level scenarios. Species shows extreme adaptability to any environment. Species exhibits pack bonding behavior with any entity, including traditional predators, prey, and non-biological constructs. Species demonstrates recursive learning. They study their enemies, then become their enemy's worst nightmare. Combat. Analysis. Humans are pursuit predators. Humans do not stop. Humans do not tire in the traditional sense. Humans have weaponized exhaustion itself. Humans have converted every evolutionary disadvantage into a tactical advantage. Historical. Note: in 2047 simulated extinction scenarios, Humanity survived 2,147 times. In 1,203 scenarios where humanity faced total annihilation, they reversed the situation 198 times. In the remaining 5 scenarios, they took their enemies with them. Psychological. Profile. Humans call it spite. Humans call it stubbornness. Humans call it fuck around and find out. We call it black level protocol final. Assessment. If you encounter a human in combat, avoid engagement. If engagement is unavoidable, deploy overwhelming force immediately. If overwhelming force fails, negotiate. If negotiation fails, surrender, and if they refuse your surrender, pray to whatever gods you believe in. This species survived ice ages by running after their prey until the prey died of exhaustion. This species looked at the atom and asked, "Can we weaponize that?" This species stared into the void and said, "I wonder what's out there." Threat level recalculation, individual human. Variable 0 to 10,000 plus depending on motivation. Threatened human, 50,000. Humanity as collective. Incalculable. Earth Protocol, black level recommendation. Do not engage, repeat. Do not engage the simulation chamber powered down. Chen walked out, casually dusting off his uniform, completely unaware of what had just transpired. He looked at the silent, staring cadets. Did I break something? Scarth took an involuntary step backward, his predatory instincts screaming danger despite Chen's average build and friendly smile. Commander Thexlar's voice trembled slightly. Cadet Chen, how many wars has your species fought? Chen shrugged. I don't know the exact count, sir. We've been fighting each other for about 10,000 years. We only achieved global peace 60 years ago when we discovered we weren't alone in the universe. He smiled. Turns out we're better at working together when there's an external challenge. The observation deck remained dead silent. 10,000 years, breathed a Menthari cadet, their telepathic voice filled with horror. They've been training for war for 10,000 years. And they were only fighting themselves, added another voice, hollow with realization. Chen noticed the changed atmosphere, the way every cadet was looking at him with new eyes, no longer mocking but calculating, assessing, fearing. Sir? Chen asked, confused. What just happened? Thexlar looked at the human cadet, this unassuming member of a species that registered as zero threat individually, but whose collective designation required the highest warning level in galactic history. Nothing, Cadet Chen, the commander said quietly. Welcome to the academy. I suspect you'll do very well here. As the cadets filed out in unusual silence, Scarth paused beside Chen. I apologize for my earlier comments, Cadet Chen. Chen grinned. No worries. Want to grab food together? I've been meaning to try that Vraxian cuisine everyone keeps talking about. The Cathari warrior, who had faced down extinction-level predators on his homeworld without flinching, felt a strange sensation run down his spine. The human wanted to be friends, and somehow that was the most terrifying thing of all.